Hi, we are outside today because it's lovely and it's basically summer. Today is 6 months review of my journal ecosystem. This is my first year using this exact combination of notebooks. I'll be showing what my journals look like with the whole decor and that type of stuff. But I wanted the main point of this video to actually be what I get out of journaling. To me, the main point of journaling is to activate my sense of discovery. And the world is chaotic, volatile, and cruel at times. And I learned the hard way that I literally cannot operate if I don't manage my emotions and my feelings and the way that I'm showing up to my daily life. And so I thought it would be really useful for everyone to know how journaling actually enables me to do that. We'll start off with the weeks. This is the full moon yellow weeks. She's cute. I've got the little band here that Hobonichi sells. And here I have a note from a friend that she sent through the mail. I've got a letter in here to myself. And then we start getting into the monthly pages. So I like to describe my Hobonichi Weeks as like the first catch agenda. So it has like a snapshot overview of all of the things that I'm doing in the months. And I love decorating these. I put like holographic stickers on these as well. You can see there. And I just go with vibes in terms of decorating. I do get inspired by like the seasons and stuff. So for example, in February I did a love theme. This is something I like to do as well. Like I create like a phrase at the end of the month that summarized how I felt or what I learned, or a mental reframing that I want to take with me forward. In this month, February is anyways. Isn't this so fun and exciting? And I think it's a good way to enter a new month and feel fresh. I make a column for like the main like appointments or urgent things that happen throughout the week. And then in this middle section, I write my like daily to-dos. It's like the very fast stuff. This is where I do most of the deco. One reason that I love doing this is that I'm able to record my experiences and compile them into an archive. And I find this really useful to me because I have a very curious and investigative approach to life. And so I love to record what I learn, see, hear. I'm inspired by the people that I meet. I've been traveling for the past month. The main point that really struck a chord with me this travel, like this trip, was that my sense of home, or my understanding of what home meant, completely changed. I planned the hangout, so you know what we would do, where we would go. I would experience the hangouts, and that's where I would put in this column. And then I would review, reflect, think about what happened. And then there's this period of time that I like to call the re period. So I reposition, I reassess, I reframe. I moved a lot as a child. Being pulled at the roots every single time you move means that you've never had the chance to let your roots stabilize anywhere. I constantly had to adapt to new relationships, new friendships, new environments, new daily life. I left with this feeling that I'm so grateful to have friendships to return home to. Like being able to pick up a phone and say, hey, haven't seen you in 10 years. Do you want to hang out? And then actively creating new memories and just like picking up conversation as if you just spoke to them the day before. I think that's one of the best feelings in the world. It's one of those scenarios that I feel the most connected, most cared for, most meaningful in the planet, when I literally just am able to talk to someone despite time and despite distance. To me, that is home. Like people to return to. So to apply my method of journaling, all of these experiences are actually in like rooting for me to learn something from them. even if they're really horrible experiences, the good and the bad, they're actually rooting so that I have enough knowledge to move forward with my life. So once I reflect on it, I pull out like a key phrase or a key word, a key theme, and I take that forward with me in my next experience. This is the kind of format that you see in my Commonplace hybrid. I've slowly migrated it into the Deco notebook because for some reason, this batch of Hobonichi notebooks, they have very inconsistent paper. And like last year's Commonplace, I never had an issue with smudging, but this time I did, which is really strange. So I moved into the Deco. And if we look in my Commonplace, this is the key that I use. And if you watch my other videos, you know I do my best to have as many of these green ones as possible because I'm action oriented and I want to, like, I don't know, I just have this drive to make sure that I am able to do the things that I want to do in this life. For example, this is what like a 2-page spread would look like: the column with the key ideas, the entries, which are usually just mind dumps with different colors of ink, depending on whether it's something I want to remind myself of or a quote that I had seen. It depends. And so this process of plan, action, review, whatever, and then moving on to the next experience is what creates my Commonplace hybrid system. And the reason why I do it like this is it means I move forward in life being conscious of the new knowledge and perspectives that I'm operating from. I get a lot of questions basically on every video where I get my stickers and how I design my pages. There is the initial answer, which is always I love Mindwave, I love BGM, and I love Midori. I will say that the more unique stickers that you see me decorate my things with are from independent artists. Not only because it has a more one-of-a-kind look, but because it is a core value for me to support other artists. Other creatives out there, or anyone who's like very passionate about something very particular, do you have this feeling that your drive to do something is so intense that you feel a moral or existential obligation to act on, for example, like your creative soul, let's say, like your creative fire? Otherwise, you will literally extinguish and die. I genuinely feel like I'm not a person if I'm not making things. And because I know how important it is to me to make things, I really love supporting other people who do it too, because it's like the sense of understanding is like, oh, I get you, I know the feeling of wanting to make things. To me, this is all beneficial. It is beautifying the page, I'm having fun making my pages look cute, and I'm connecting with my creative community or my creative counterparts. I've got my small Delphonics bag here with stuff I'd like to show you. Start with these. This is by the artist Nami. How cute are these? Because I also find it really impressive how like people's art will reflect the way they see things in life. So like even just like these stickers of matcha or light seeping through, or tangerines, or the messages that they wrote on these stickers, like it kind of like you're carrying a piece of this person's perspective, which I think is really cute. Hobonichi Cousin. In the first section of the Hobonichi Cousin, I like to do daily gratitude writing, and it actually helps a lot. I know it sounds kind of cringe, and some people it just feels like another meticulous task to do, but it is so worth it. Did another pinky theme for February. Okay. Bluish themes, and then here we are in June, so you can see it's like really a daily practice type thing. I love this Wave washi tape and this line of stickers. Weekly sections. This is how I like to do them. It can be an intimidating thing for some people, but for me it actually became really useful to see how much time I'm allocating doing certain things. This is like a cute sneak peek into my creative practice. So that's what it looks like. It has a green band, and in this Stalogy notebook, my link tree has been active. I made this new design. I think it's really cute. Blue and yellow theme going across. I also like this comment that someone wrote in under one of my TikToks. Even though it's like quite out of context, when I read it, I felt something surge through me. I was like, yeah, I am going to change the world. So thank you, Kanisa, for that. That really made my day. I printed out the article that Hobonichi had wherein I presented at the caravan, and I like doing these flat plans of like the stickers that I made. I think they're really cute, and it's like a cute overview to remind myself that, like, you know, I've actually done stuff. And here's the Valentine's collection. Really cute. And like the other stickers here. And there's a picture of me because I want to write how I'm going to set off after this, like what is the next quarter of the year gonna look like. I hope you enjoyed the slightly different approach to a journal ecosystem update. I wanted to do something that felt natural to me, I guess. I love being outdoors and in the sun and surrounded by a lot of green, and I wanted to come forward to you in like my most natural self, I guess. If you have ever read my bio, what I'm set out to do in this channel is to inspire people to return to their whole instinctive and sovereign selves. And I hope you feel a bit empowered by this video, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.